Welcome to the Untitled Rant Show. My name is JellyKnees, and today I'm going to be talking about not fetch quests, though those are their own topic.
Ugh.
Um, follow quests, where you have to follow an NPC around. Yeah, that'll be exciting. Evan, what about you, man?
Hey, it's Evan or Raven. I'm going to be talking about Monster Hunter Rise, actually, finally. And one of the monsters, for whatever reason, they decided to program it very strangely. Repeats the same attack over and over and over again. Not even the drop rates that are like, oh, 1% to get this item. No, the attacks.
So it's like a kid playing Street Fighter.
That was my exact thought too, man.
Yes,
You're
it's
just got the kid mashing.
it's
X
like you know
buttons.
the one combo, and you just gotta do it every time because you're like, I know it, it's good, it works.
I love it.
My topic this time is pretty much one of the many reasons I don't like battle royales. People that get pissed at me because the guy they were fighting gets away at one hit, like it's my fucking fault. Like,
Just get good, forehead. Just land that extra hit,
Bro,
they
he's
die.
one
There you
shot.
go.
yeah, I know you couldn't kill him. Well, how do you fucking
Yeah, yeah.
expect me to kill him?
I love it. I love it.
Oh man.
So, follow quests, the world's almost worst nightmare in terms of video games, especially in RPGs, because you can never go the same speed as whoever you're following. Could be on horseback, it could be on foot, it could be a cart that somebody's pulling, and they're still either going to outrun you or be so beyond slow that you can't keep up or that you pass them up even walking. Um, there are some games that do this well, but what is so hard about this concept and making it at least some kind of comparable speed to the player? Even if you're gonna lock me in an animation, please at least let me let go of the controller instead of hold forward for 2 seconds, stop and wait for 2 seconds, hold forward for 2 seconds, stop and wait. Like, it's just so annoying to me that you have to do this sometimes.
Dude, they did that in Monster Hunter World. It's funny that you mentioned that actually. One of like the earliest quests is you got you to pull these like scholars, these researchers. You have to escort them to this object in the desert, and yeah, it's the same thing. You're going, and then you were like, okay, I can run circles around you 7 times before 100 times before we get there. Yeah, it's so stupid.
The real shit thing about those follow quests is you can't just go forward and clear everything out because once that NPC hits a
Stop
certain
moving.
point, that's when stuff comes out and attacks them, and you have to clear it out. And it's like so freaking annoying because you just want to go. You just want to go, kill everything. You know what's going to happen. It's like the fifth time you've done this quest. And no, you just got to sit there with this guy just trudging along. And then they do the stupidest shit, jump in the middle of like five enemies. Like, God, you just want to kill him yourself by the end of the follow quest.
And even if you can, for some reason, go forward, if you get lucky and you can go through and kill all the enemies ahead of time, you have to go all the way back because they stopped the second you got out of range because God, it's like they suddenly forgot where they were trying to go.
Yeah.
You look at them, go, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go kill everything. And they go, okay, I'll just wait here. Like I'm just gonna sit and wait for you to get back. Oh my God. It's the worst experience. I think back to a game called Dragon's Dogma, where you could not go the same speed as there's like this pulled cart, and you could not go to the same speed, but they had a climbing mechanic, and you couldn't jump on the cart, but you could jump on the ox itself. So you could jump on the ox, and you get like a minute before your stamina would run out if you just sat
You just
stationary
coast
on this
along.
ox. And then you would drop off. You'd wait a couple seconds and let your stamina refill, and jump back on the ox and let it drive you forward for another minute. Uh, it, that was the best that I've experienced,
Oh.
and even that's pretty bad.
Have you ever heard of the YouTube channel Viva La Dirt League?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
The epic
Incredible.
NPC man. Have you seen where they were making fun of follow quests?
Yes.
And the guy's just shuffling along and crying. And
Oh
the
my
guy's just like,
God.
oh my God.
They do an incredible job on that kind of stuff and just
Yeah, they really
making it
do.
absolutely realistic, but also terrible at the same time. But yeah, I think that's all I had. Pretty quick one on that one.
Yeah,
But
those quests can
Might
get
be
the
a quick
fuck out. I'm
episode,
totally
yeah.
with you.
That no,
yeah,
that shit's funny though. Yeah.
the worst. Fetch quests are up there. Fetch
It's
like the multi-layered fetch quests are the ones that like drive me absolutely nuts.
you know,
But I think follow quests are worse.
This reminds me of a game called Resident Evil 5, where if you're playing as Chris Redfield and you have your partner Sheva, and she just doesn't fucking, and you're just screaming, Sheva, come here, and she's just like running around over there. Oh, Chris.
I think of Bioshock Infinite. I've been talking about Bioshock Infinite this week with some people,
Great
and I
fucking
think
game.
Elizabeth is one of the she's like the opposite of the follow quest, right? Because she follows you around, but then every 5 seconds, she's telling you that she has like a coin for you to catch or some ammo, or it's like, okay, I get it. Please, God.
So it's like a
leave
mini
me
game.
alone.
It's like
You're
a
the
mini game in the
opposite of the
follow.
problem.
You know what I don't get? This is more on fetch quests than follow quests, but like from my experience of playing World of Warcraft, when you got to go collect fucking 5 boar ribs and you got to kill 20 goddamn boars, it's like, how do these boars not have ribs?
Yeah.
It's like I'm not blowing them up. I'm a rogue. I'm stabbing them in their ass or something.
It's the surprise mutation of boar Mangoose that only 1 out of every 5 boars actually has a
Yeah.
rib cage.
And one of them somehow has
It's
a
a rare
two-handed
item.
battle axe inside of it.
It's like Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
Speaking
Monster
of
Hunter makes like 0 fucking sense.
segue, so with the newest game, Monster Hunter Rise, they went back to how the older games played, where you have different drop rates for materials, and there's a different. So like if you can carve one thing, but if you capture it, you have a different odds of getting an item. Like there's some items you can only get from a carve, and there's some you can only get from capturing. If you only capture something, you're never gonna get this one item. Well, again, crazy drop rates. One of the rarest items in the game you can get is called a ruby, or variations of a gem from a monster, and it's a 1% drop rate from like just an item they drop on the ground you pick up, and a 3% as the highest for a carve or like a target reward or a capture. So the other day I was playing and I need to get a Rathian ruby. Well, it's the 1 to 3% drop rate. Long story short, it took me 2.5 hours. I don't mind that, right? That doesn't bother me, okay? Because that's how, like I said, that's how the old game was. It was fun. It lets you play the game a lot, experience different weapons. Well, no. What fucking pisses me off is that for whatever reason in this game, they made the AI for Rathalos, which is like the opposite of that one, which flies around the air more and shoots fireballs, ridiculously good. Like it's got like aimbot. It's aggressive. Whereas the opposite, Rathian, who likes to hang around the ground, usually, in this game, she's got an attack where it's an attack from the old games where she'll fly up in the air and then float around and then do a backflip and whip you with her tail. It's fine. It's an attack that's been in the older games, yeah. But in this game, I counted it, and like I said, I fought her for 2.5 hours straight. I counted it at least 20 to 25 times in one quest she's throwing this attack. And that's in a matter of like 12 minutes for the whole quest. Every time. And then like in this game they made it so like your character will like yell some stupid shit out, like watch out if it's like a really powerful attack. So that's what this is. So every 3 seconds I'm hearing, watch out! Look out! Here it comes! And it's just flip, 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 flip. And I'm like, stop doing this! Even when you cut her tail off, flip, flip, flip. Oh my god, it was so annoying. It's just 2.5 hours of that. I couldn't stand it. That was the worst. I'm like, this is it. I can't fight this monster anymore. They ruined it for me. It was never that bad.
That's the kind of thing you're like walking down the street and somebody goes, watch out, and you're like instinct because you hear that.
And I'm like,
where? What's going on? Like,
no, please.
They should get a sound effect for that. It says Hadouken.
Oh my god.
Hadouken, Hadouken.
I should turn that into a freaking soundbite on my stream.
Is absolutely ridiculous amount of time to demand from somebody for a video game. Like that's just
How the game is though.
I know that's how the game is, but that's ridiculous.
But
I wish more video games implemented that had like drop rates and rarity drop rates. I wish more of them implemented that every time you don't get it, you increase your odds slightly, even if it's just a little, right? But that it's not 1% drop rate each and every single time you do it for the 2.5 hour grind. Even if by the end of the 2.5 hour grind, I'm only at a 4% drop rate, that's still better odds, significantly better odds that I get the thing than it is still 1%.
To be fair, yeah, go ahead.
I get why they do it. Like it feels rewarding when you finally get it and you're like, huzzah, I got it. But some of us gotta fucking work, man.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Like, we got other shit to do. We can't spend 2.5 hours farming for a ruby.
that was my
out of
whole
the fucking
night on
Medusa
stream
thing.
was that quest over and over again. And speaking
How
of, that
dare
was
you
my
have a
whole
life.
night the other night as well, because I did the same thing for another monster called Magnamalo, but that time it took me just under 4 hours to get his item that I needed.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah. Oh yeah. And
How dare you have a life, Mangoose?
it's you guys also want to hear a quick side rant too?
Go for it.
We were at Longhorn Steakhouse last week, and I was so ready to talk about this too. So I'm glad I remember this. We're sitting there, we're eating, and there's I think it's like a mom and a daughter, like on the opposite side of us in a booth. And all of a sudden, I see a flashlight come out because it's like kind of dark in the restaurant. See a flashlight come out. She's looking at her steak. She's poking around, looking. Blah blah blah. Calls. Waiter comes over. Yeah, this isn't well done. And I'm like, okay, now I'm listening because now I'm intrigued. And the guy's like, well, like this is our well done here. And she's like, oh well, I mean, it's rare. It's basically rare. And then all of a sudden he goes away. He's like, all right, don't worry. I'll get you or whatever new one. And then the mom pulls out the flashlight again, is looking at it, poking at it. Then she pulls up like a picture on her phone. So it's like that with all the steak temperatures like on the fork. She's looking at it, but here's the bitching part is that she still has the flashlight on, but now it's like doing one of these, or she's like talking to like her daughter, and it's shining right at my fucking table. So in my peripheral vision, I see this flashlight, and then it's going down, and then it comes back up, and she's like this. I almost lost my mind and ran over there and threw her fucking phone on the ground. And first of all, why are you going to a steakhouse and getting a well done steak?
Yes.
Burn it
That's
to a fucking
what I was
crisp.
about to say.
Like, dude, I get
grow the
medium
fuck up.
because it's like a good, like if it's too rare, it's fine. If it's too well, like I'm okay. But who goes to fucking burn that shit, baby? Make it a hockey puck. I'm coming to a steakhouse for that.
Cut it up for me and dip it in ketchup.
Yes.
I'm a little bitch.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
absolutely.
Let me tell you
Stupid
something.
people, man.
As kind as I am online, like I'm kind of the opposite of most people. Like most people are kind of dicks online, and then in real life they kind of shy away. I am extremely aggressive. Like in real life, I would have went over and fucking like told her about that goddamn
I was
flashlight.
that
in my
close.
eyes.
If she did it one more time, I actually would have been like, "Excuse me, ma'am, like turn your fucking flashlight off. We're in a restaurant."
I mean, so let's give an example of Mangoose's difference in aggression in real life. Stealing your roommate's DoorDash when it shows
Oh
up.
my god, you did that? You're an asshole.
He's
Twice now.
twice, yeah.
What?
Okay, this motherfucker owes me thousands of dollars. He eats my food constantly.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
And like, here's the thing. He'll like I'll have like a case of Mountain Dew or something in the fridge. He'll drink all of it and leave the empty case in the fridge
Oh
so
my
that
God. All right.
not only
I
does he
take it
drink
back.
all of it, I have to fucking pull it out. So yeah. So
No,
he'll order
you're fine.
he'll order DoorDash or Grubhub or whatever. And he'll have his game up too loud that he can't hear it. So of course I have to answer the door because I'm apparently the goddamn butler.
You're the
around
doorman,
here. So I just started eating it.
yeah.
Like the first time he's like, "Hey, DoorDash said they delivered the stuff. Have you seen it?" And I'm just coming to my door with the empty fucking thing.
Oh
Like,
my
yeah, I
God.
ate it, bitch.
Oh, you're just so blunt about it too. You're just like, nah, I don't know where it is, man. They never showed up.
Yeah, last night he ordered ribs from this place called Smoky Bones, and I ate
I love
those.
Smoky Bones.
And then like maybe a half an hour later, I hear a knock on my door, and he just goes, "Fuck you," and
Wow.
leaves.
There's nothing worse than drinking all of something, right, leaving the case in the fridge, and you expecting it to be there. You open the fridge,
Yes.
you see the case, and you're
Yes.
like, yes, like,
Yes.
right? You start like hyping yourself up about it to find it being empty.
And
Ooh.
you just feel
Ooh.
empty then. It's like a pit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yo,
ugh.
he's a trip, man. Like I'll thaw food out from the freezer, and he'll cook it and eat it. And I'm like, God damn it.
Why do you live with this guy?
I
Oh my
fucking love
God.
him to death.
Okay.
He's a piece of shit.
All right, that
He
gives
is
him
a
the
real
pass.
piece of shit. He doesn't have a bed. He sleeps on blankets that I gave him.
Having like an air mattress.
No, well, he does have an air mattress, but it's uncomfortable, so he doesn't use it.
Oh, okay.
I guess the floor is more comfortable when you pass out drunk.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What do you got for us tonight?
Oh, motherfucking
On your battle royales.
It's not just battle royales. It applies to a lot of things. It applies to MOBAs sometimes. But when people use that like as an accusation, when they're like, "He's at fucking one hit. He's at one hit," it's like, okay, all right, I get that he's a one hit. I get that that's really frustrating for you, but I killed my guy. Like the guy I was fighting, he's dead. You got killed by your guy and he got away. I'm sorry I couldn't fucking kill my guy and then turn around and kill your guy. Like, don't act like I'm a piece of shit fucking bad player because you couldn't finish your kill and you got killed. That's not my fault. That's not my fault at all. Or the other thing they do, he's one hit, So you fucking all right, well, I'm gonna fucking post up and jump in on this guy. And you get there, he's like
He's
fucking
not.
half health
He's
with
not
full
one
armor. And
hit
you're like,
at all.
what
Not
the
even
fuck?
close.
You put like 2 shots on this guy, and then I get fucking
love
wasted
that
because I
one.
just went face first into the enemy team. Oh, I hate battle royales, but it happens in MOBAs too. Like it happens in MOBAs too. Like you get to a big team fight, and then somebody gets away with just like a smidge of health, and somebody's like
We
that
gotta get
died
him.
was fucking raging. Like he's so low. He's so low. It's like, okay, yeah, but that's a Sevarog, and his 10% health is like 400% of my health.
Yeah.
I could chase him all I want to. He's not gonna die. You know,
It's usually the carry too that he's 1 health. Then
Yeah.
go do something about it. Go do
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. Yeah, great.
Dude, it happens in Valorant all the time too.
yeah, I can imagine. That seems like
That's
the kind of
tough
game.
too, yeah.
I know it happened when I played Overwatch. It happened in Overwatch all the time. He's one hit.
But you literally, that's the worst part though, is that you literally can see how much damage you did to the person. So
Mhm.
if you did like, oh, I hit the guy 70 and like someone else hit him, at least you can do the math then and be like, okay, now he's one shot. But you can't be like, I hit the guy 30. You're like, oh my god, dude, like kill him. He's one shot. Like he's almost dead. And then you shoot him, you pull up your pistol because you're like, oh, I got an op out. I was pistol him, and you're like,
That's not
that was
a-
like
yeah,
7
that's not
shots.
one.
Hello.
I've
But-
tried to really get into the habit of if those games allow it and they let you see damage numbers,
Mhm.
using the number instead of saying he's 1 hit, right? So it'll be like
Yeah.
hit 132.
Yeah.
Now,
It's
and
so
if
much-
you know how much health a person's supposed to
18
have, you
health,
can
yeah.
quickly be like, okay, my gun does enough damage or whatever
Yeah.
that might be.
My mind isn't fast enough to do that, but I appreciate that you can.
So you
But
help
the
your
other
team out.
thing-
Yeah.
Is you got to just change how you think about it, Mangoose. When they tell that their enemy is 1 hit, it's because they think you're so good at the game that you can not only kill your own person, but you're going to be able to pick up their slack and kill theirs for them as well.
Run
What really
assassination
pisses me
mission.
off is a lot of like the really big streamers that you see them say it all the time, and that's
All
the
the
way
time.
it spreads around. All these big streamers, they fucking blame the dog shit out of their team when they're not good. Like
Mhm.
they're good, but every once in a while they fuck up, and
Yep.
they never just say I fucked up. You know, they always gotta blame their team and like make that a big deal. God, I hate that more than anything.
I see
Well,
that a lot.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, that's battle royales. That gets to me when I'm playing with public people or random people. It's just he's 1 hit. No, he's not. He's
I'll
just
tell
not.
you right now, though, the main reason I don't play battle royales is because I can't aim for shit. It's well,
Like them.
I
Boring
can't
to
aim
me.
for shit, and like people will see other people. I have like they're like he's over there. I'm like, I see a mountain. I don't
Where?
see. I don't see what the fuck you're talking about. Like I don't know. It
Maybe
seems like a
Siege wouldn't be good
young
for you
man
then
game that
either.
I'm not a part of.
Siege used to, or Rainbow Six Siege, the enemies used to have their name in red actually above them, so
Mhm.
they would kind of highlight a little bit. Now they don't, so it's just like if you have a really dark outfit on, you're in the corner, it's kind of tough to see them from far away. Even Mud's like, I don't know how you see these people. I'm like, yeah, I don't know either half the time, but just kind of
Yeah,
shoot.
I've watched you play,
Yeah.
like Valorant and stuff. Like you'll shoot people. I'll be watching. It's a lot easier to see people when you're watching someone
Yeah,
else
yeah,
play. You'll shoot people that I didn't see. Like I'll be like, what the
You
fuck?
just
How did
you got to
see
go with that
guy?"
intuition sometimes. It'd be like, I know it's a typical corner someone's going to be in, so you aim for like head level and just start pop, 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 a couple
Well,
shots
my
here and there.
intuition sucks.
Oh, we can work on that, Mangoose. We could do
We
that
can't work on
together.
that. That's like an innate ability.
It might take a while, but we could do it.
How about instead,
Okay.
I don't play fucking first-person shooters or battle royales and stick to MOBAs.
You come to
where
Monster
I can
Hunter.
actually plan and strategize.
Where you can't yell at someone for saying he's one shot because you don't know when the monster's one shot. Although some people do, because then they do the stupid emote, the little gesture where you're like shadow boxing is a gesture and it does like 1 damage. And like the monster will run into him and they like punch and it dies. And I'm like, how the fuck did you know that? Hey, look, like I've seen it on Twitter. boggles my mind. There was a Shoryuken emote in World, and people did that and like killed fucking Fatalis. Like, dead. It's like, okay.
They probably got lucky. They had to have gotten
So
lucky
many
while they were
tries,
recording.
maybe.
They're
I don't
probably-
know, but
Yeah,
yeah,
You don't
exactly.
see the
there's
fucking
no health
5,000
bar,
times
so
that
you
it
have no
didn't
idea.
work.
Yeah, I mean, you know when they're close, but
I think in MOBAs, there's also a counterpoint to the he's one hit, and it's that they don't even recognize that somebody's full health. Like Sevarog, for instance, in Paragon, you'll see
Right.
like a carry run face first into a full health Sevarog, and you're like, "Where are you going? What do you think is happening in this regard? You're one hit, he's full health, and you think you're gonna come out on top of this? Okay, sure,
If we're
whatever."
5 minutes into the game, fine. Go after that stuff.
Yeah.
If we're 35 minutes into the game, you have zero fucking chance, bro. Like, he could just sit there and laugh at you and emote while you shoot him, and you will
Yeah.
never kill him.
One
Ugh.
of those things, man.
All right. I
Alright.
think I'm spent.
That's good. Yeah.
You guys have
Any
any
other
comments you wanted to talk about?
Yeah,
Oh shoot.
actually.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know there was one comment talking about who was it? Stefan something. Stefan blah, blah, blah. Okay, you know who I'm talking about.
Talking about
Stefan
Meerkat here.
something.
They're
No,
using
no, I'm not
comms
talking about.
to
Oh yeah, he was talking to
belittle
Meerkat.
or insult the team.
And he was
Yeah.
saying like even trying to like say something positive is usually a negative. I kind of agree. Like a lot of the
Yeah.
times it doesn't matter if you are being positive and if you're trying, um, people are going to take it the wrong way and it's going to do
Mhm.
more harm than good. Every once in a while, though, it works. Sometimes it works. And when it does work, you find somebody that you can play with. And that's the kind of person that you want to like link up and be friends with. And because they can take a little bit of criticism, they can take instruction and they can improve. Maybe they have some advice for you. And I say I totally get where this person is coming from. Like saying anything at all is sometimes the worst thing to do
Mhm.
even if you're being positive. But I think you got to try. I think you still got to try. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I'm still going to try.
You can,
And
yeah.
engaging by the response I get from the initial comment that I make. If nobody responds positively, then I'm like, all right, I'm not saying anything else for the rest of the game. But sometimes you could direct people towards a win.
My problem is I try that, and most of the time I end up being the only one actually talking at that point, and then a few rounds later I'm still the only one talking. So then I'm just thinking to myself, like, is it even worth? Like, should I just keep talking? Should I not? It's not doing me any good. I know that.
Sometimes when I'm playing League with one of my buddies, I can hear him. Like somebody will say something in the chat and I can hear him going back at them on his keyboard. Right. And I just gotta be like, it's not worth it. Like it's just I don't know what you're typing, but I guarantee you it's not gonna get the response that you want. If I'm hearing you click clack away, like there's no way that's gonna be received well and be beneficial for our team. It's the worst feeling sometimes.
I was playing Heroes of the Storm earlier, and we got against a comp in Quick Match, which is like the
Wait, that game's
not
still alive?
competitive. Oh yeah, it's
Oh.
still alive and kicking.
Wow.
And
Despite Blizzard's best efforts.
we were up against a double healer comp that had two really hardcore frontliners, and like I forget who the fuck else they had. I didn't really care. Just that they had two hardcore frontliners and two healers, so it was a tough comp to go against. We were getting the shit kicked out of us for like the first 6 or 7 levels of the game. And then finally I typed in, I was like, hey, we need to pick a focus target and take one of these healers down. Who do you guys want it to be? And then our healer, Lucio, was like, go for Malfurion. For the rest of the game, Malfurion was dead at the very first because they didn't have much damage.
Yeah.
They didn't have much damage going for him. That Malfurion was dead, and very soon the Brightwing would die, and then they wouldn't have any heals, and they didn't have any damage to back themselves up. We ended up winning that game. So every once in a while, it does pay off. It does benefit you to say a little something in the chat.
Yeah. Usually if I'm gonna say something to my team that I know potentially could get taken the wrong way, I try to add like a "we got this" at the end of it, trying to be like
Yeah.
the little positive ending. Like, I promise you this isn't toxic. Like, I really believe in us as a team.
Most of the time I'm just like, all right, like, move on. Like it's the same thing I got told in lacrosse all the time, was that, like, the play's over. You can't go back and change it. Just go on to the next one. Try to do better.
You played lacrosse?
Yeah, I played lacrosse for like 17 years or something like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Always wanted to play. I never have.
Fun. Made some friends.
Any sport where you hit people, I'm pretty decent at.
Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like getting hit. I was very fragile, so I just tried to run fast.
All right.
All right.
well,
Any other comments
not that come to mind.
you guys want to cover?
Good with that.
I had a very long conversation with Fordster, who we brought up in every single episode, but
Every episode.
he brought up a topic that I'll discuss with you guys later that we might cover in like another episode. But yeah, we had a very good conversation. If you guys want to check those
Nice.
comments for that, but
Yeah, I'm seeing that now. Holy crap. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out for the Untitled Rant Show. Title's still in progress. If you have any ideas, let us know. And we'll see you guys next week on Raven's channel. So, yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.